All right, welcome to the Nighty podcast. I'm your host Jay. This is your other host Joe. We're here to speak with y'all about some debauchery, our daily lives, and just what's going on.
Oh, we don't have that much debauchery in our daily lives. That was a weird word to use.
Yeah, I wanted it to sound like we really had something happening.
Where have we been? That's what you want to know.
Yeah.
Where have we been? Were we canceled? Were we waiting on sponsorship to click in? Did Jay go to jail? Was I hospitalized?
COVID's still around.
These are all questions you should ask yourself.
Yeah.
Because we ain't going to tell you.
Yeah. Guess in the comments.
It's a mystery. We got COVID.
Yeah.
Finally.
So
it's
late.
not even cool to talk about it anymore.
No.
Nobody wants to talk about it. My family kind of got, like, my extended family got it very recently, and they're all like writing about it on the internet. And I'm like, hey guys, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to pray for you. Everyone's all out of prayers.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago that
know.
this thing started.
It was
People have stopped dying
March
from it.
2020, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get COVID. And then it was like late 2022. It's just like,
Got it. Gotcha.
I'm not even trending
Typical.
anymore.
Just behind the times.
Yeah.
Is my voice cracking on yours?
I don't think so.
It might be these terrible headphones I'm wearing.
Yeah.
We're revisiting episode 1 here because the kids stole my good headphones while we were away. Whatever was happening then, the headphones went missing, and I have to get new ones. Because who knows what they did with those. But yeah, so we got COVID the same time together. I powered on, and you almost died.
Yeah. Like you kind of bounced back, hit the ground running.
Did I bounce back, or did I not have a choice because you just slept for 2 straight days?
Dude.
And like, we have small-ish children. Like, someone still has to run the household.
Yeah.
But you didn't think that.
I wasn't going to make it.
Yeah.
Like, Joe literally, she hooked me up an IV in my arm and like hung it above the picture, like nailed to the wall, like right above our bed. And I just like dripped me back to life.
Let's talk about when I did that, how little faith you had in me. Like, I've been in the medical field for 7 years, maybe longer. Yeah. And you were like, you can't put water in my blood.
Does it just go in my body or my veins? I don't know.
You definitely did not trust me. Well, you didn't trust me to start an IV.
I was out of it.
I can't blame you for that.
Yeah.
But you didn't trust me from what I was doing, how I was hooking it up, the speed at which it was going in, the whole thing.
You were just
I
false
literally
confidence.
do this all the time and deal with this all the time. And you were just like, you might kill. This might be how she takes me out.
I saw the air coming up the line.
That's true. There was a couple air bubbles, and Jay thought for sure he was going to have an embolism, which is so stupid.
She's taking me out. Finally.
To the lesser known participants in the medical community, if you're going to die from air in your IV tube, it has to be intentional. It has to be like someone drawing in a syringe the size of a horse's dick and then just shoving it into your IV line.
Yeah,
it's
like
not
a bike
those
pump
little tiny those little tiny bubbles that you see are not going to kill you. You're going to be just fine.
Yeah, I was
so silly.
Yeah, I was pretty out of it, man. And it wasn't even.
Oh, like if you had got the original strain,
you would the Hulk Hogan of
been
COVID.
dead for sure.
Yeah.
What was that like? It wasn't so much the very beginning.
Yeah.
It was like that second thing that came through. It was like 21, I guess. Summer 21.
Nobody's talking about this anymore.
A lot of young people got it. Now I want to talk about it.
Yeah, no.
Has Joe Rogan stopped talking about it and you haven't had enough?
Come here for your COVID talk.
Some more. Well, we finally got it, and we did get sick of shit. But we're fine. We're recovered.
Yeah,
although now I have any kind of pain anywhere. I'm like, blood clot. That's like a new thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about that. I don't know if you've been worried about that, but COVID causes temporary. The likelihood of you having a blood clot is higher right after you have it. And if a blood clot moves through certain organs, your heart, your brain, it does a lot of damage. So if you have like a pain in your leg, that's probably a blood clot in your leg. And then if that thing moves up to you're in for it.
Yeah.
Very unlikely. But what do? I immediately think I have one.
Yeah, you like know a little bit too much about it. So now you have more to worry.
Yeah. That's what I need. I need more things to worry about. I don't have enough things to worry about. Were you guys worried that we broke up? Where you're like, the two people with the lowest voices that somehow managed to find each other? I was thinking about that when I was getting ready. I was like, was that a motivating factor for us being together? Like if you had gotten with a real high voice,
squeaky,
kind of shrill woman,
yeah,
you'd never win any arguments. I mean, you don't anyway, but you really would never win any arguments because she'd just out voice you.
Right.
Whereas like we're in a competition for like who can project their low voice.
Who's going to run out of energy.
The loudest. Somebody told me that.
Gravel, like carry our fucking voices down into the holla.
Somebody told me that our voices sound like that SNL skit with the two radio hosts that go very close to the microphone and they talk in sort of hushed tones.
Sweaty
from
balls.
SNL. Yeah, in like the 90s, late 90s.
Yeah.
Which is 20 years ago now, almost 25 years ago. I don't know how that makes you feel. It makes me uncomfortable.
Well, they're here.
Yeah.
So, like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. Ooh. I mean, we've never talked about who that's from, but I think it's worth mentioning.
Oh, shit.
So Jay had his first celebrity sighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, right in my hometown.
Yeah. So like, share, subscribe is not just because he mumbles, but he does. But that's not why he says it that way. The reason why is this beautiful baby angel named Chad Camp, who is a local realtor who makes the most wonderful YouTube videos of vacant land for sale. And we were looking for vacant land for sale. We found Chad Camp and then started obsessively watching his videos. We were watching land we were never going to buy.
No.
He tells you a bunch of random locations and how far away they are.
Yeah.
Uselessly. He's got a drone he uses way too much.
Yeah. He takes a walk through the property and tells you about the little streams here and there.
You have to go.
Yeah.
Please go blow up Chad Camp's YouTube account. Please, for the love of God.
He is a beautiful
For the love of Allah. Whatever deity you don't believe in. Go to his YouTube. Subscribe.
Like, share,
Subscribe. And then go into the comment section and just tell him how wonderful he is. What a beautiful baby angel his little face is.
Yeah.
When he looks into the camera, so earnest.
You just want to put a bottle in his
mouth. So earnestly tells you about property for sale near you.
Yeah. So my mom took me to lunch here in our town, and there's a local sit-down restaurant, decent food.
Which he sells land in this county.
Yeah, so it's not like out of the question.
Now you know where we are. Oh, God.
And so I start, like I'm sitting by the door, and I see him walk towards the door, and I'm like starstruck. I should have got up and got his autograph for him. Got a selfie.
COVID. You got unnecessarily excited about a real estate agent.
Right.
Did he notice you looking at him way too much?
No.
Was he tall?
No.
Of course not.
No, he's not.
You know he's not tall.
But he's very Chad Camp.
How can you spoon feed him soup if he's tall?
Yeah. How am I supposed to hold him in my arms?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So my mom was like, you should have got his autograph. I'm like,
should have got his autograph.
Yeah. It's for Joe. But yeah, that was my local celebrity sighting.
Like, you're acting like it's fun. It is funny, but you called me immediately
from the restaurant. Yeah.
I was like, guess who I just saw? And out of the people,
I waited no time.
Out of the people I thought you might say that you saw, that wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
That wasn't who I thought you'd be that excited about. I don't know who it could have been. Yeah. Maybe James Spann. If you're from Alabama. Yeah. He's sort of a local celebrity.
Yeah, suspenders.
But it was Chad Camp, and then it all made so much sense. So please, we'll put his YouTube down here. Go check out Chad Camp because he's the best.
You will like, share, subscribe. Chad Camp.
You will, and you won't know why you keep watching the videos, but you will.
Yeah.
He's onto something.
You can thank us later.
That we're not onto, but he is.
He's got the Midas touch.
So we just passed the holidays. We were going to try to do a Christmas episode, but it didn't happen because
Sorry. Yeah, for that.
whatever happened that we didn't have one. And I had so much to talk about. I was going to talk about like the origin of Christmas.
Oh, you're going to do a whole...
Like where it came from. Yeah, because like a lot of people don't care. So maybe I shouldn't have made an episode about it. But like how it was just sort of, they just took Christianity and just set it on top of the cup of stuff that was already there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was like, oh, here's Yule and the winter solstice and all of these old, what is that area called?
The Middle East.
No.
Oh, the Netherlands.
Sort of.
Just roll with it.
That white area that's cold.
Yeah.
They had a lot of traditions, and when they took Christianity there to try to convert all of the, what are they called?
White people.
No, that's what it is. When they came there, they just took Christianity and was like, hey, do you have a holiday at the end of December? We're just gonna make that Jesus' birthday, okay? You can do all the same stuff. You can do the tree and the candles.
Tree was already hopping.
The guy with the thing delivering the stuff. You can do. We'll leave it all the same. We're just gonna make it a little baby's birthday, okay? Which they've actually researched that happened. He was born probably in like March.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was definitely born nowhere near Christmas. And then the priests, whatever they were, I don't know what they were called back then. Yeah, they were just like, we like your celebration. It looks like a lot of fun. Doesn't have to go anywhere. You can be Christian. We'll just call it Christmas. That's Easter's the same way. They just came in and just like covered all of the holidays and renamed them. They rebranded.
The rabbit was already like a thing.
The rabbit has
something.
That's why. Why is the rabbit at Easter?
Yeah,
look it up. It has nothing to do with.
He was already. He had his thing. So we're just gonna pile on that.
My dinosaur man. A few episodes ago, the guy that thought dinosaurs didn't exist doesn't celebrate Christmas, but I think I respect that because he's just like, he doesn't like the commercialism and the Santa Claus thing. He doesn't like the heathen aspect of Christmas, the gift giving, the whole thing. Doesn't make any sense, so he doesn't celebrate it. And I'm like that checks out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this guy's running on his own calendar.
Oh, I love it though. Why not? Make up your own shit.
Right.
Do what you want. Did we talk about Seventh-day Adventists on here? Or did we just do it?
No, we did.
That's what they did. They were like, we don't want to come on Saturday or on Sunday.
Right.
We're rarely available on Saturday, so we'll just make Saturday the holy day. Boom, boom, boom. Take what you want. Who cares? It's all made up. Anyway.
Yeah. I like...
Make it work for you.
The Christmas tree is kind of like a trippy thing because... Like the original one, there's no way it could have been in your house because they would fasten candles to the tree.
No, it was absolutely in the house. It's just a lot more people died from it.
How could you have, fire in a tree?
Yeah, a dead, drying tree.
Yeah.
With candlesticks.
Yeah.
Seems like a terrible idea. I mean, you're not walking away from it. You're thinking of like the Christmas tree now that you just like turn on. You like, Alexa, turn on the Christmas tree. And then you just fucking check out. People were sitting in the room like
marveling.
Admiring. Oh, marveling.
That
was a good one.
Thank you.
That tree. But yeah, like the holidays are dumb. I don't understand why people need a specific day to remember to be nice to each other. That has always bothered me. For a few years, we didn't really do birthdays or Valentine's, all the ones where you're supposed to give stuff to each other. You and I didn't really do that because it was sort of like, why do we need, somebody to tell us to be kind to each other or pay attention to each other? We should just be doing that. But the fact of the matter is, we did. We needed somebody to do that.
Yeah. I remember like one of our first Valentine's Day together, I like couldn't afford flowers. So I like the newspapers, were like advertising
The flowers for
the
sale.
flowers for
That were
sale, like a
literally,
big
like,
bouquets, like in the
2
newspaper.
for $12.
So I
They didn't have $12.
didn't have $12. I cut out the flowers in the newspaper and stuck them into a vase.
Yeah, I was so impressed. I was like, that's so creative. And now I'm just like, why didn't I run away?
I threw down some mints.
Why didn't I go the other direction? Yeah, he went to like who hands out mints?
Old people.
He just went to a church.
Yeah.
You got any mints?
Handful of hard candies.
Oh, dude. Old guys at church with hard candies. What was that about? Let's talk about that. What was that about? You didn't have that guy?
I don't think so.
Oh, I went to multiple churches, and that dude was at every one. Huh. You know what I mean? It was an older dude.
I mean, did he have Werther's? Because I would have.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had the kind of candy you only get from old men. They're always men. They got pockets full of candy. They hand it out. As an aging man, can you imagine having that?
That might be my move.
Do they like seeing children smile? Is it a creepy thing? It always felt a little bit creepy because usually you had to hug them.
Well, you had a whole thing going on.
I don't know how you don't know about this.
I guess I'm not a little girl.
And the thing was, the second guy was always very friendly. But the first guy was terrifying. He was very old, very old.
You might be describing my grandfather.
He was very tall.
He was at church giving out. Yeah, I remember he had some hard candy too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What was that?
That's been a generational thing.
I want to say it happened from like a sweet, good place.
Somebody's papaw.
But in the way that I know about the world, that almost seems impossible. And that it was definitely laced with something
Oh my God.
negative and yuck.
You're so weird.
You did. What was his name? I can't think of his name to save my life.
Oh my God. Maybe you shouldn't.
He's dead. He's actually the first funeral I ever went to.
Huh.
Was his funeral. And it was a bad funeral to go to for it to be the first one.
Yeah.
I think if you want the introduction to death for your children, well, I guess for a good thing for a children, because he looked exactly the same.
That's good.
He looked the same as he had in life because he was so fucking old.
Yeah.
And he had died probably just like his heart stopped beating or like all that candy clogged up his insulin. I don't know how. He looked like he was just laying down.
Yeah.
And I remember going to his funeral, and people were crying, and I was just like, how did you think this was going to end?
Like his suit in the casket definitely
It was the same suit.
Still had a couple of pieces of candy in there. Yeah. He went out. He went out on his own terms.
He was so old. But yeah, he handed out candy. But he was a little terrifying. So I was like, did he just know that? And so he was like, but he loved like the wonder of children, but he knew that he was a little scary looking, so he just carried candy with him.
I mean, you get older, you gotta appreciate the innocence of children. I don't think it could be.
No, the older I get, the less I want to talk to children.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it kind of circles back around. You still got
maybe
a couple years to.
Now that I have a dog,
be
I do get the urge to talk to dogs all the time.
Like other people's
dogs. I've never had that desire, but now when I see someone else's dog, I'm like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
But how's Schnauzer doing over there?
Yeah.
Can I pet him?
Let me get in there.
Can I breathe his breath? Our one son always smells the dog's head. That cracks me up because it reminds me of what you do with like a newborn baby.
Yeah.
When you get a newborn baby, you just smell it because it's like new skin, new life.
I know.
It's definitely very pleasing. It does something to your endorphins for sure.
Yeah. I saw 2 babies. Our daughters are in basketball, and like these moms brought their like 2 like very young babies, and they're just like, oh, I want to smell them. That's gonna not go well. I don't have any.
You gotta carry candy.
I didn't have any hard candy.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. This is. I think we're starting to put it all together.
Yeah.
The pieces are starting to.
Yeah, this puzzle is taking shape. I'm into Elvis now.
Ugh.
Kind of came back around like
so
every
dumb.
5 or 10, 15 years.
That's not true.
What?
You're having a midlife crisis.
I did stop shaving my head. I think 2023 is the year of the horseshoe.
You're growing out the white. You're growing out the horseshoe.
Out the white, horseshoe. I'm listening to Elvis.
Listen to Elvis.
Yeah.
We're going to World Wrestling Entertainment Show.
Ooh, Monday Night Raw. Coming to town.
If you would have told me at 18 years old,
Yeah.
when I agreed to this,
Mm-hmm.
that within the next 20 years,
Yeah.
you will have talked me and all of our offspring
Yeah.
into going and watching wrestling, fake wrestling
Yeah.
somewhere, I would have said, no, that's impossible. We're artistic. We're deep. We're not plebs.
We're going to see some body slams.
Oh my God.
It's going to be awesome.
And this is your, how many years? This is the third one.
In like 2 years, I guess.
Under
Yeah.
2 years.
Well, for the COVID and all that, they kind of like stopped traveling.
The COVID.
Z-COVID. So once they getting back on the road, I was kind of like, because I kind of got into it during COVID. It was like not a lot.
Don't blame
to watch.
COVID for your weird penchant for
It reminds me
poor
of my
entertainment.
childhood. I love it.
Yeah, but you hid this from me. You hid this from me for a long time.
Yeah.
You keep referencing this childhood that I don't know you ever had.
Yeah. I kept it under wraps.
It's very bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You will on Monday. It's going to be fantastic.
I mean, I'll try anything once.
The pageantry. It's going to be fun. I got a shirt for you to wear.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We'll post pictures on Instagram of how unhappy I am at this stupid mouth breathing.
They sell beer there. You'll be happy. Get some beers in you.
Man, I can't
watch some
drink.
suplexes.
I can't drink without feeling guilty. It's a new thing.
Yeah.
I don't do anything wrong. Now, I do blackout drink. I have been known to black out, which if you don't black out, cool. But some of us do, and it's very embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's not anything I'm happy about or pleased about, but sometimes if I drink the wrong combination of things or just way too much, my brain says goodbye, but I keep going, right? I keep going. So I would... And
It hasn't happened.
It hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah.
Because I don't drink that much, right? Because every time I wake up, I feel guilty as fuck.
Just like a couple glasses of wine.
Couple glasses or a bottle. It's usually a bottle.
Well, you open it.
Yeah. You got to drink it.
Yeah.
That's like the bad thing about wine.
Yeah.
Like you can close a bottle of vodka back up.
Yeah.
You can
put
keep
it back in the
You
freezer.
can keep it. You know, people have. This is hard for us to understand. People have liquor cabinets
Yeah.
with just like a plethora of liquor.
I would have to lose the key to it purposely.
Yeah, like if we have it, we drink it.
Yeah.
Which is that? Do we have a problem?
No, you just don't buy it as often.
That's all we do. We don't. If we don't have it, we
Yeah.
can't drink it. But I think that would be a problem.
Right. They in the South they have these like ABC stores. It's like
What does that
run
stand
by
for?
the I don't know,
It's beverage company. What's the first one?
Alabama. Who knows? So sorry. So they almost have like banking hours. It's like by 6 o'clock on a Friday, they're fucking closed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
And there's not too many liquor stores that are open, like besides them,
yeah,
and those don't open till 6.
yeah,
Like they know.
and they're like,
They're for like the true alcoholics that are
I
willing
mean,
to overpay.
you're not going to get the price any cheaper than that. I mean, the other stores, the other alcoholic beverage stores, like buy them from the ABC store. So you're not, it's just all marked up from there.
I don't know if that's true.
Who do you think they're getting it from?
From the suppliers. From the booze suppliers.
I've gone in there and they're like, restaurants and stuff are like getting cases of alcohol from the same place
that
I'm
makes
buying
sense,
it from, though.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Because they do probably have the most affordable. So a restaurant buying it, but I highly doubt the liquor stores are buying it from the ABC
You
stores.
think they got an in?
I think they go buy it from the vodka company.
I think you're giving them too much credit.
That'd be
I've been in some of these
It would be
stores.
marked up so okay. Well, I'm not saying that the dingbat that runs it isn't doing it that way.
Well, each
'cause
bottle
they're
is
stupid.
easily marked up $5.
It's bad.
Yeah.
And we came from the north, the great white north, where you could go to your grocery store and buy liquor. You can. I talk about this in the past tense, like it doesn't happen anymore because where we live now is so weird about booze.
Yeah.
It makes it almost impossible. Maybe that's why I feel so guilty. Maybe the South has made me feel guilty
Yeah.
about drinking because they do make it so inconvenient. The amount of times I've been, so you can buy beer and wine at a grocery store. So I'll just be buying, I worked nights, so I would get off in the morning and go to the grocery store because nobody's there, right? And on Sunday morning, before noon, you guys, you couldn't buy booze. They would
like,
turn,
ma'am, you have to put that back.
it's in the fucking store. It's
Yeah.
in the store.
Yeah.
They would turn the lights off. I didn't notice because I'm not from Podunk, backwoods, bullshit Alabama originally. So I'd be in that. People would be walking by me, probably just like staring at me, like, what is she doing?
Yeah.
I want to get drunk while you're at church. Why do you care?
No.
It's so weird. And then after 12, you can buy it. Most places.
Right.
Most places after noon on Sunday. Just specifically Sunday.
Which is weird because like the NFL kicks off at noon.
Well,
So it's
nobody
like-
watches the NFL where we are.
That's
It's
yeah.
all college all the time, so it doesn't bother them. They're hungover on
You just got to
Sunday.
prepare. You got to
I
prepare
don't wanna
your
think-
buzz.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Is that now there's so much choreography that has to go into me being a little bit drunk that
Now you're
then
like,
I,
"Oh,
and then I
I feel
eat
a
poor
little
after
guilty."
I'm gonna eat a bunch of
Yeah.
shit.
Chips.
I'm gonna wake up and I'm not gonna feel good. And it's not like I'm over drinking and it's just like hangover don't feel good. I just don't feel good. Like I feel like disappointed in myself.
You've done wrong.
I don't know what to do about it.
Just drink more.
That's not right.
That's not the answer.
I'm pretty sure that's not right. And you are the king of bad habits.
Well, if it's around,
No, just like as far as like we're renovating a house. It's taken us so long to finish it
Yeah.
because Jay doesn't have like, let's get up in the morning and tile the backsplash and just get it. It'll be so nice, Joe. He's never said that to me. That's never happened. It's always like, you want to play some video games or you want to watch something? And I'm like, I thought we were going to tile the backsplash. Yeah,
but we have
get
ice
around.
cream and
You're like the worst.
yeah. Well, I tell you, 2023 it's gonna get worse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not moving in a positive direction.
Okay.
I think I've done my best.
What is that?
I don't know. I've hit that age.
It's like a defeatist.
I'm getting some hard candy.
So-
Calling it a year.
We're almost a decade apart.
Near a few years off of that.
It's basically a decade. And so when you go through a thing, I'm so far away from going through it that like I forget about like I'm just now into my mid 30s. I remember your mid 30s, but I was in my mid 20s when you were in your mid 30s.
Yeah.
And it was just like a whole different I couldn't relate. I'm getting to what you went through but like so late that I barely remember what it was like.
yeah.
So all of these weird things you're doing now, I'm like trying to give some grace to because I don't know if I'm going to be like that.
Right.
And then you're going to have to deal with my bullshit in my mid 40s, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I just hope you remember this time.
You're a good woman.
Of me going to WWE
Yeah.
and being the only reason we're going to finish this house.
Yeah.
And the only reason this podcast exists. And I mean, who wrote down things in the podcast notebook?
I'm gonna wing it. It's gonna be off the top.
I don't know. How long had we been recording?
Compared
We're
to
at about a half an hour. It's probably good for one. No, nobody wants to hear us talk for that long.
who could put up with this?
Yeah.
Like, share, subscribe.
And go follow Chad Camp because
Yeah.
he's the best.
My man.
And we're happy to see you again.
Yeah.
And we won't talk about where we've been.
Don't. I mean, you can guess. If you guess it correctly, I'll throw you a like.
All right. That sounds fair. Go to the comments. Tell us where we've been. Vacationing. Running for president.
Don't give many ideas.
Will you cheers me?
Oh, yeah, I will. Here's to you.
Goodbye.